got a match. So we're here for round one with our green-black version of the deck. Alright, we have a decent enough hand here. We've got Magnifying Glass to ramp up a little bit, and we can hit Watcher the Web off of that, hopefully. We do need black mana eventually, but Duskwatch Recruiter is pretty good on its own too. We should hit one land before Magnifying Glass, so I think this is acceptable. If we don't, we get a 3/3 out of it. It's not the worst, and it does make our other creatures cheaper, so if we draw something that's like a 4-drop, we can maybe play that. It seems fine. Certainly seems acceptable. I'm not sure how we're gonna do in this stage. I'm hoping that when we add the next packs, we're gonna get some really good stuff, because this start has been a little lackluster. Red card is not what we wanted. See what he's gonna throw out here at us. Ooh, he's a red-black deck, okay. Falconwrath. So he's going to be the vampires, which is fine. I could play Magnifying Glass, or I could wait and try and hit another creature off of this. I honestly think that I want to play the Magnifying Glass here. And I don't want to trade Duskwatch Recruiter for the Heir of Falconwrath. Even though the card's pretty good, mine's just way better. Being able to look at the top of your library and find new creatures is huge. So we're just going to wait. If we get another land next turn, we can just play Watcher in the Web, and then we don't need to worry about Heir of Falconwrath anyways. Yep, I will take the damage. Also, if we flip Duskwatch, it's the same effect. We would actually be able to play Watcher. Alright, cool. So let's just throw down Watcher here and pass the turn. One more turn, we've got Kessig Dire Swine, which is huge in the format. I'm okay with swinging in here, too. If he has a kill for Watcher in the Web, yeah, that's kind of bad, but I think that it's unlikely enough that we can hold back with just the Watcher. This can block a bunch of creatures. I don't want to block both, because I'd have to lose it, but... Alright. I think that he's going to throw that in just because it can't block, so you might as well try and throw it in anyways. Alright, Mad Prophet. That's a really good card. Love to get a Swamp to kill it. So I could go for a Swamp with Deadweight off Warped Landscape. And I would still be able to use Duskwatch Recruiter, or I could just play Kessig Dire Swine. It might be better to just go for the Swamp and look for another creature off of Duskwatch. That doesn't seem bad at all. Alright, so I guess that we just use this first, because we don't want to flip it before. Ugh. Well, that sucks. None of those are creatures. So put Autumnal Gloom, Concoction, and then Swamp? Maybe the other way. Alright. Now we just pass the turn, let the Duskwatch Recruiter flip, and crack for a Swamp. Just gotta jund them out. Uh-oh. Fiery Temper on Crawlin' Horde Howler? Okay. Yep, Incorrigible Youths. Sure. That's not too bad still. I can still block with Watcher. Or if I want, I can trade Crawlin' Horde Howler. I don't really want to do that. I think I just take 3 and block here. Hello. Holy cow. The lag on Magic Online recently has been really bad. So just so you know, if you're having trouble on Magic Online, keep clicking, because it'll take a long time sometimes to register anything. It's really miserable, honestly, but what do you do? Alright, so crack for a Swamp. So now we can play Dire Swine and Deadweight something, and that'll flip back the Howler, which is nice. I think we attack with the Howler first. See what he does. He could discard and flip this. But I want to put some kind of pressure back on him. Maybe that's a bad idea. I could have gone deeper into my deck for more creatures. But I'm thinking that he doesn't have another Madness play off of that, so it is a 2-for-1. Least interesting card in his hand, but okay, never mind. He's got Blood Mad Vampire, so he's just going to trade that and get a 3-2 flyer. It's pretty bad for me. That's right. We do still have the Dire Swine, so it's not the end of the world. And if we want late game potential, we can just keep investigating with this. So let's go Swine and kill Mad Prophet. We've got a blocker for Air tonight, so no big deal. We do want to stop the Mad Prophet, though. That thing's going to get a lot of value. It's basically just like draw a card, play a card cheaper right now in his deck. He's got a lot of madness. You don't often get that in Sealed, so I wasn't necessarily expecting him to have another play off of that. Alright, we got the Sinister Concoction. I might just play the Concoction and investigate. I don't really want to burn from within, like, the Incorrigible Youths or anything yet. Alright, let's play that and pass the turn. He's still got a lot of cards in hand. I shouldn't have attacked the Duskwatch Recruiter. That was just silly. I should have been able to use it over and over right now to just draw a bunch of creatures and overwhelm him, but I didn't. Attack with everyone. Okay. I have good blocks here, but I don't know. So take 7. I'm like, is that his goal? Does he just want to trade? Okay. Huh. So he's going to try and burn me out somehow? That seems really risky on his part. That's all he's gonna do. Huh. Alright, so I'm gonna sacrifice the Clue. Let's see what we can get. Tooth Collector. That's not bad. Get to kill one of the devils, and then we might be able to kill a devil a turn fairly soon. I think that I want to keep Warped Landscape in hand, just so that I have something to discard to Sinister Concoction, in case I really need to do it. Yep, shoot me in the face. And we'll just pass the turn. I could race him back with the Kessig Direwolf, but that seems a little risky. I can actually use Watcher in the web to block all the devil tokens now and just deal damage to one of them if I want. And then that way it can't kill Tooth Collector. He might just go for my face anyways. We'll see. It'd be really easy to understand if he did just go face at this point. He's trying pretty hard to burn me out. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got Fiery Temper or something like that in hand. That attack last turn was super aggressive. Alright, what you got? He's certainly thinking. Popping out a tooth every turn would be real nice. If we can just get that Delirium. We need a sorcerer and instant. We have creature, enchantment, and land. So getting Warped Landscape or a Sinister Concoction in the graveyard unfortunately doesn't really help us. Normally those are the hard ones to do too. I suppose then maybe that's a reason to burn from within. Alright, well, let's go block, block. Hello? Oh my god. This interface is just miserable sometimes. So block everything. Deal all the damage on that one creature. And just basically blanket. So he can't kill the Tooth Collector. He has to just basically burn me. Does it to Kessig Dire Swine. So he has to have a removal spell then. Does he have a way to deal 2 damage to everything? He could have the -2/-2 to everything. That would be very bad for me. Wait, nothing? So he's dealt to the Kessig Dire Swine for no reason. Okay. I mean, I'm very happy that that's the way it's going, but kind of surprised. Well, time to start smashing his face, I guess. Let's hit him real hard. We don't have enough to play Vampire Noble, even if I play the land, right? 1, 2, 3. No, we do. Okay, so I guess that I need to play Warped Landscape now. Just because I want to investigate. If I really have to discard the Burn from Within, then I guess that's fine. This game went from unwinnable to really good for us very quickly. We'll see what he has here. Murder's Compulsion. That sucks. Still certainly not the end of the game. Burn from Within can do a lot of work here. So how many lands do I have? Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're 1 off from Burn from Within killing him. Alright, let's definitely put the land into play. Vessel of Nascency. Okay. I think I want to keep that in hand to discard to the Sinister. And I can just investigate again and then crack that clue. And we'll just pass the turn. All we need is a land. If we get 1 more land, we're good. I don't want to crack the Warped Landscape because that'll actually lower the land count in our deck. He's not going to attack with Ghoul Steed. That's good. Because I could definitely see having to kill it. Sack the clue. And what do we get? Land? Vessel of Malignity. Intrepid Provisioner. Vessel of Malignity and get the cards out of his hand could be pretty good. Kinda don't mind doing that. I don't want to attack with Tooth Collector. Like, even if I played in Provisioner, it's not going to make me attack. So I guess we just Vessel of Malignity. Crack it. I tapped wrong. I could have left up... No, I don't want to crack it now. I need to hold up Sinister Concoction. I shouldn't have tapped double black. I had enough to play Vessel, crack it, play Provisioner, and hold up Sinister Concoction. I just wasn't thinking and tap 2 black. That's what I meant to do. Alright, we'll just play the Provisioner then. Not very happy about doing that. Oops. Hopefully it doesn't make too much of a difference. I'm really worried about him getting a critical mass of cards in hand to just burn me out somehow. He has a lot of madness and a lot of madness enablers. His deck works pretty well together. Just need that land. Voldaren Duelist. Alright, make it so that Watcher and the web can't block. Yep. Good thing I left up this Sinister Concoction. Okay, so we block the Vampire on Vampire. Ghoulsteed we just kill with the Concoction. Because all we need is that land. I think that's the best thing to do. So close to just burning him out. I might actually be able to attack back here too. And if I can deal him 1 damage that way, then we can also win. Alright, missing the land. Let's swing in though. I don't think there's anything that he can use to burn us out here either, if he gets the 2 damage off. I think we're okay. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Just a little bit of an interruption there. I am not streaming, actually. Let's just turn off my Steam. Sorry about that. Alright, so we get Tooth and Nail. Tooth Collector is blocked. He goes to 4. Does he shoot Tooth Collector? Probably. And now we should just win. His aggression got him. And burn him for 8. Whew! Was a little closer than I wanted. Waiting for that land was scary. So he's very aggressive here. Do we want to put in something different for that kind of a deck? Where did our white-blue deck get saved? What the heck? Huh, normally you can switch between decks in these leagues. That's kind of strange that it doesn't show us our other one. I was kind of interested to take a look at it at least. Our other one has a lot of flyers, but I think it's a little slower maybe. It doesn't have... This one has not a lot of 2-drops, but it does have like some big walls and like Moldgraph Scavenger. Things like Gloom Widow is okay. That's really not a great defensive creature though. I'm just worried about him like kind of running us over with his little guys first. I might even want the Stoic Builder here. That might not be a bad idea. Normally I wouldn't want that, but I can take out like Vessel of Nascency. We did not have a lot of trouble getting these online. Stoic Builder is not a great card by any means, but just a 2-3 might be what we want against him. Pale Rider of Trostad can be a similar kind of thing. Might even be a little better. I don't have any Madness. The only Madness card that I have is the Twins. So I'm not going to be able to use Madness of Pale Rider very often. I'm just going to be throwing away land. Yeah, I think we'll just take the Stoic Builder because of that. Maybe Aim High. Actually, Aim High seems pretty good against him. As a trick, that's certainly not bad. Alright, so let's just slam it. Yeah, I think that I like the Aim High just as a trick to stop his super aggression. Ooh, well, this is not a hand that I want, so mulligan. A little bit better. I do have the Warp Landscape to get greens, so I guess that it's acceptable. Insolent Neonate. Alright. Let's go. He's got a lot of madness, so maybe the card's actually good in his deck. I personally don't prefer to go super aggressive in sealed, though. Things happen like that last game where we just kind of put down a couple walls and then it's hard for him to get through. Yeah, he's really trying to be aggressive. Alright, let's go Vampire Noble. Next turn we can crack for green if we don't draw it. If we do, then we get Intrepid Provisioner. I don't want to go for Autumnal Gloom yet. It's going to take a while for this to turn on, which is certainly a problem. Let's see what he does. I'll trade with the Ember Eye Wolf if he really wants to. Alright, sounds good. It makes him use his whole turn doing it. That seems acceptable. And later on I do get Macabre Waltz or something to get back the vampire if I really feel like it. Well, getting the mountain kind of sucks. Let's just crack this for green. Pass the turn for now. I wonder what he's splashing white for. Does he have, like, Sorin? He might. He might have, like, Anguished Unmaking. Oh, he's got Nahiri. Okay. Well, then. That makes his deck a lot better than ours. We have no bombs like that, that's for sure. Nothing on a scale really like that. And that works for his madness, too. Gross. So let's go for green, because you get to discard the card and madness it out. And let's go Intrepid Provisioner, I suppose. Another forest would be great. We've got both of the mountains. We only have 3 mountains in the deck. Yeah, that's right. We have 3, 6, and 5 is what the split is. And I actually have more forests than anything else. So if I hit Nahiri here, it goes to 4, and then it goes to 2 when it kills the Intrepid Provisioner. Okay. Malevolent. Alright. Sure. Ow. Yeah, this is a very awkward hand to have against him. I'm going to see if I can't try and look at the white-blue deck that we have. Having flyers seems really good against him, and it might be a little bit better early game. He probably should have used this for its madness cost, though. Then he wouldn't have to discard an actual card from his hand. He'd have just basically drawn a card. That seems kind of silly of him, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, he just exiled it instead? He doesn't even get his Skin Invasion then. I don't think that he understood how that worked. Yeah. Okay. So we play Autumnal Gloom, very unhappily. And then we play Warped Landscape and try and crack for another green so we can get Kessig Direswine. We're still in a lot of trouble. That whole play, though, made not a lot of sense. At least it gave us a little bit of chance here, because, I mean, he exiled his own Skin Invasion for no good reason, and, like, didn't get the extra card off Malevolent Whispers from Nahiri. It just seems weird. Discarding Murderous Compulsion. Wow, his hand must be insane if he's discarding Murderous Compulsion. That cannot be a very common play. Mad Prophet? Sure. So he just hits me for 3. Yep. Let's go for a forest. Now we have a Sinister Concoction. It's kind of nice to play it. Not sure what I'll discard, but I guess that we just go Kessig Direswine, Sinister Concoction, and Hope and Pray. Hope that we get enough. We can Autumnal Gloom a bunch of times next turn, so we can try and hit the requisite Delirium that we need. And that would actually probably let us kill Nahiri with the Kessig, too. Discard a mountain. Discard something else with Mad Prophet. Him just ripping through his deck is not at all good for us. Another Insolent Neonate. Wow, he's really deep on that card. Alright. Cannot block it. It has Menace. So if I go... It's pretty unlikely that I'm going to be able to do Autumnal Gloom. I could use Sinister Concoction to get rid of the Macabre Waltz, which would give us Delirium. I can kill the Insolent Neonate, and then that'll kill Nahiri. I can play Vampire Noble to block the Mad Prophet. So I guess that's our play. Yeah, that'll turn on the Delirium, so this is what we need to do. We have to have Trample on the Kessick Dire Swine. And we actually need to attack in with the Autumnal Gloom on Nahiri as well. We can't let this card just sit here any longer. He's got way too much value out of it already. Let's see what he does. Pitches a card. Okay, so he pitches a card and draws a card off of it. Sure. Wait, what? Oh, you transform it at end of turn. Oh no, I thought that it transformed when you had Delirium. Uh-oh. I misread my cards. That's no good. I can hit Nahiri anyways. It -2s and kills the Dire Swine, which is not good. But it's the best that I can do. And it would get rid of Nahiri forever, so that's a thing. I have to attack Nahiri here. Just leaving that card around seems like a terrible plan. I was wondering if there's some kind of bug that would stop the Delirium from triggering, but what it is that I just don't get the card immediately. This card's very mediocre, actually. I don't know. I mean, you get a 4/4 Trample Hexproof out of it, but it's so much work, and it's not even, like, on that turn, so you can't really get advantage of it having, like, flipping on the end of your, like, flipping at the end of your opponent's turn and then being able to attack them in for some surprise damage, like, just doesn't do anything. Alright, get rid of Incorrigible Youth. See, that's the way to use Nahiri. Now he gets an extra card just out of nowhere. Because he got to play a card for cheaper and just gets to draw a card. Deadweight that. Ugh, that's brutal. Yep. So I have to trade the Ancient for his Incorrigible Youths. And I have to go to 1. There's not a lot that I can do from here out. Yep, that'll be the game. And on to game 3, I suppose. So let's take a look and see if I can't get that white-blue deck. I don't know why it's not saved. We had the Flameblade Angel and the Burn from Within still in the deck. We did... I know we had True Faith Sensor, and I know we had... We might want Explosive Apparatus against him, actually. We have Grifspoon, Thraben Inspector, Town Gossipmonger, Declaration in Stone, Spectral Shepherd, 2 Apothecary Geists. We could play Inquisitor's Ox. We can play Emissary and Reaper. Just the Wind, Deny Existence Niblis, Reckless Scholar, Mangler. Corpse Trawler is probably still okay. Forgotten Creation's okay. That's 24 cards. I'm wondering if I just take out like Burn from Within and the Flameblade Angel and we just go for flying. Go white-blue flyers against him. He's not going to expect it, and his deck seems kind of weak to flyers. We could play Militant Inquisitor as another 3-drop just to block. How many flyers do we have in this deck? We have Niblis, Spectral, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 flyers and Grifspoon. This might just be the way to do it. Thinking about like cutting a 4-drop for maybe the explosive apparatus. So we have a lot of 4s. Forgotten Creation doesn't seem amazing, so I can probably take that out. Either that or Corpse Trawler. I think we actually take out... No, we take out Forgotten Creation because we can splash the black with the Warped Landscapes, and we've got Port Town. So let's add land. We want 7/7. I think we go 7/6 and add 1 swamp. I want a little bit less blue because we've got a little bit of double white, and the white comes down a bit earlier. We want to get Thraben Inspector and Town Gossipmonger down on turn 1. Alright, that seems fine. This deck seems like it matches up better against his. So we're going to try this a little bit. Being on the play, we might be able to be a bit more aggressive too. Alright, Town Gossipmonger looks good. So we can even play Port Town, reveal a land. Not that it's necessary. Yeah, I guess that we can just do that. Play the Gossipmonger and pass the turn. This card's really aggressive. It's been pretty good for me. Insolent Neonate. Yep. Explosive Apparatus and Warped Landscape. I think I'm going to play the Landscape, get down the Apparatus. We'll kill the Insolent Neonate as soon as we can. Maybe something else. We'll see what he gets that might be better. Smack for 1. Yep. Take it. Okay, so now I have Deny Existence and Explosive Apparatus up. That seems great. I don't want to use it on Insolent Neonate because you can sacrifice it and like go down a Blood Mad Vampire or something. I'd rather just leave up Deny Existence. If he plays something else better, then I can Explosive Apparatus that. Insolent Neonate and Town Gossipmonger, we're just trading 1 for 1. No big deal yet. Yep, hit me for 1. At end of turn, if he doesn't do anything, then I'm going to crack the Warped Landscape. Wildfield Scarecrow. That's an interesting card. Like, the card's good. I actually like this card a fair bit, but I don't understand why he's playing it. His deck's trying to be so aggressive. Don't think that I care about denying it, though. So now we can just play the Inquisitor's Ox, and he doesn't have a great attack in. Sucks that we can't hold up Deny Existence, but it's probably fine. We can leave it down for a turn. Next turn, if we get a land, I could True Faith Censor and hold up Deny Existence. Gets a little bit awkward because we don't want to... We want to be able to use our hand the most effectively, like hold up the most stuff. So we could hold up Deny Existence and Stormrider Spirit, but then we can't play True Faith. Do I flip Town Gossipmonger? I can make it into a 4/3 or a 4/4. I can make it into a 4/4 with True Faith Censor. I think I'm good with that, actually. Let's make an Incited Rabble. Play the True Faith. Equip. It also having Vigilance is a pretty big deal. Smack him in the face. He might have a way to kill it. I wouldn't be surprised if he could discard Blood Mad Vampire to Insolent Neonate and block, but I mean that does mean that we get a 2 for 1 here. Yep. Called it. It felt like he had something like that. That's still not that big of a deal, though. And it gets us closer to Delirium for the Inquisitor's Ox. Yeah, nice little 2 for 1 for us. Now what does he have? Ghoulsteed. Ghoul Steed doesn't do anything against our Inquisitor's Ox, so here we can just pass the turn, I think, because I can hold up the deny existence of the Storm Rider Spirit. I don't really need to put True Faith Sensor down on anything yet. Putting it on Inquisitor's Ox is fine, but it doesn't let it get in. So now I can hold up Apparatus, deny existence, Storm Rider. Seems a little bit better. Inslit Neonate. Sure. And anything else? No, and no attacks. Perfect. So now we get Storm Rider Spirit. I probably equip that with True Faith Sensor, and we can still hold up Deny. And then we can start really beating him around. 4/4 flyers should be pretty good, especially with Vigilance. Yeah, now we just get to start smacking him around, I think. We've got a lot of play here, too. This deck just might have been better than the other one. It's certainly better against him, I think. The True Faith Sensor is actually putting in a lot of work. He has Murderous Compulsion and Nahiri. Either one of those plays off of us having creatures that are tapped. It seems pretty good to not have them. We could Explosive Apparatus, shoot him in the face. It does get me closer to Delirium. How important is that? That's the thing. Not too important. Awkward. I think that we just leave it. If I get another land, then I can play Stitched Mangler into... Sorry, I keep getting messages here, guys. There's a bunch of chat messages that I have up. Let me just move things over. Sorry about that. People keep trying to talk to me. Everybody's very interested in what I'm doing because I'm online. If I had one more land, then I could Stitch Mangler and just hold up Deny Existence, but I guess that we just wait for now. I don't mind just keep passing the turn while we have Deny Existence up and hitting him for 4. Alright. I could be a bit worried if he gets Nahiri, though. That's the one card that I'm still super weak to here. And nothing. Do I shoot the Neonate at this point? It's just not doing anything is the thing. Yeah, we'll just wait. Alright, cool. Now we get to advance our board a little bit. And still hold up our counterspell. Tap the Ghoul Steed. Next turn we can actually attack with both of these. If he doesn't play anything this turn, I think that I do Explosive Apparatus to the Neonate just to try and make him have less blockers. Maybe that's wrong. Because I can kill the Neonate and then we can get in with all of our guys on the ground and the Storm Rider Spirit in the air. It's probably better to just burn him in the face with it though, right? It's kind of the same thing. Alright, let's swing out. At a high enough life total here that I think we're good. Like, he can block with Wildfield. Ah, he's trying to steal that. Fair enough. That will steal the Storm Rider Spirit. There's not a lot I can do about it. At least one of the good things here is, I wish that I had shot the Neonate now. He can't really kill the Storm Rider. It just kills, like, either Stitched Mangler or Inquisitor's Ox. It's going to be the Ox. That's not too bad. We'll just play Militant Inquisitor and hold up Deny Existence again. It's annoying, but we can certainly survive. No big deal. He has 4 cards in hand. I'm waiting for Nahiri to come down. Incorrigible Youths. I think that I can counter that. I need to get this Deny Existence out of my hand at some point. And Scoops. Nice. Yeah. He was in a little bit of trouble. Giving it flying means that it'll be very hard for him to deal with. We'll see what happens, though. I think that he's got something to play on the attack. Archangel Avacyn? Oh my god. Alright. That is a thing. Okay.